Even if an older adult hasn't been diagnosed with diabetes, talk to us about the importance of that nutrition and blood sugar, and what are some things that they can do to manage those well?
Yeah. I think being educated on symptoms of high or low blood sugars. High blood sugars can lead to symptoms like consistent thirst, frequent urination, moodiness, although moodiness can be related to a lot of things. That can be related to high blood sugars, even consistent cravings for sugar. So even though the blood has a lot of sugar in it, that sugar's not in the cells. So the brain thinks the cells are starved of energy. So the brain's saying, grab more sweets, grab more simple carbohydrates, grab more carbohydrates, although the brain's not saying those words. That's just what we tend to reach for. So those are symptoms, but also low blood sugars can come from high blood sugars, not to create any confusion. But if you can't go from one meal to the next without being hangry or shaky, that can be a sign of low blood sugar. So I think it's important to know the symptoms and signs. And then I think always build a healthy plate. As we age, we actually need more protein with aging. And also as we age, people tend to want less protein because they might feel protein sits in their stomach. It's harder to digest. It might be less of a craving. But knowing the power of protein, quality protein can go a long way for healthy aging, for healthy bones, healthy muscle mass, and blood sugar stability. So protein can help blood sugar stay stable. And that's a key tip all around.
Is there a general rule of thumb of like, you should have this much protein per day? Like if you're a man, if you're a woman, if you're this age, what do you suggest?
I think everyone using their own hand is a good measuring tool. And the palm of your hand, the width and thickness is an ideal amount per meal. Now, a lot of people are not putting a steak in their cereal bowl. Like breakfast is usually the most protein depleted meal. So that's where I really position eggs. And people are like, well, Kelly, what about cholesterol? And there's so much to debunk on the 1970s, 80s information on that we all should be low fat and fat free. And also that cholesterol in eggs is bad for our heart. I would first say an egg is Mother Nature's multivitamin. There's over 90 vitamins and minerals in there. So don't fear eggs. And cholesterol in food does not directly relate to cholesterol in the body. When someone has high cholesterol levels, I always look at what is their blood sugar. It's usually a sign of high insulin and usually a sign of spiked blood sugar rather than people eating too much shrimp and eggs.
Okay.
But with breakfast, think through ways you can have more protein in that meal. And that could be Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, eggs, quality sausage. So everyone's like, well, isn't sausage processed? When it comes to nutrition, we want to make sure we're eating whole food ingredients.
Okay. What about protein powders?
I love protein powders, but they're good and bad, just like supplements. Yeah. There's ones that are third-party tested, and then there's ones from the Wild Wild West. Who knows what's in them?